All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give a praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, HaKodash, the double honors to our apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who taught us the truth. While Shalom to you, Akim, that push the word across the four corners of this globe with our truth and sincerity, Bahashem, Rakah, HaKodash. I'm saying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know, the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, I'm saying, it's still, accessible, I'm saying, to be grasped, while you're still able to get it, man. We're truly living in the last days, man. And Jake is still not taking heed to the sound of the alarm, man. You're not being circumspect of the times that you're living in. Majority of our people, man, they not being circumspect of the times that they're in. They're not fearing the Lord. They're not showing, fear towards the Lord, man. No reverence, man. You know what I'm saying? But, it's all right, though, man. Because at the end of the day, the truth is only meant for the election, man. The truth is only meant and ordained for the elect upon the face of the earth, wherever they be upon the earth, scattered, that they going, tune in to this frequency, man. Anywhere, they be upon the earth, man. The Lord has used the internet to do most of the heavy lifting. I'm saying to tune in with the members, of the election, worldwide, wherever they be. Could you imagine, if the apostles didn't have to go through, taking flights and booking flights to go to this country, this and that, to wake up brothers to set up camp. No, man. It's the Spirit, man. It's the Spirit that did this, man. Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's why you see brothers worldwide, in Holland, in Tanzania, in Jamaica, St. Lucia, Hawaii, you got brothers worldwide, man. Australia, London, and scattered all throughout Babylon, giving you the 100%, the 100% truth, man, unadulterated, and the elect are taking heed, but see, very soon, everybody's gonna have answers because of the situation, of the time that we're gonna be going through, man. When the C-19 hit, everybody was asking mad questions. Everybody was scared, stuck inside the crib, you locked down inside the house, they tell you to fucking just, to stand 6 feet away. You dumbass people, just swallow it up, man. This nigga Trump told you to stock up upon, this nigga Trump told you to stock up upon, fucking toilet paper and water. I'm saying you dumbass people was storming up the fucking stores, stocking up upon toilet paper and water, man. You make fucking toilet paper soup, toilet paper gumbo. Like, you gotta eat to shit, man. In order for you to shit, you gotta eat something. All that toilet paper, but no food. People are stupid, man. You say you just, you're brainless zombies, man. Even when C-19 took place, we was not surprised, man. Like, yeah, like we was, like we thought it was it, but we was not caught by surprise like the majority of the world is, man. You know, because we're preparing for times like this, man. You know, since the day we woke up to this truth, man. What do you think, you know, it is that you know, that we're saying, man? You know, we're breaking down the scriptures unto you, man. Telling you that the lamentations, mourning, and woe is coming, man. Jacob's trouble is coming. That's what we're telling you, man. You know? I'm saying your suicidal rates, you know, all throughout Babylon the Great, man. You know, during you know, the C-19, people couldn't just take it, you know, being locked up inside the house all day and shit, eating cereal. People are stupid, man. You know? But, I'm saying, you know, we've been preparing for this times, man. This is why I'm saying, you know, the Lord sends out the prophets for you to listen to, man, so that you don't be surprised when evil happens, man. I'm gonna get this quick precept. Proverbs 3:25. Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh, man. You know, don't be afraid of these things, man. A lot of the world was afraid. You know, C-19. You check CNN. You see the numbers keep piling up. You know, generating fear, and that's all what the news is there for, man. To generate fear to obey. You know, generating fear. You know, you gotta fear the Lord, man. You gotta fear Yahweh Shem outside, man. Don't fear this thing, man. The Lord said, be not afraid of sudden fear. But fear Yahweh Shem outside. The Lord is gonna be your confidence. You know, it's gonna be your confidence, man. You know, see, because we're being built up for greater times that's ahead, man. Jacob's trouble, man. You know, the hour of temptation, man. You know, Jay don't even understand what the hour of temptation is. I'm saying, a time of temptation, you know, what's going to seal your fate, or whether your name is found written in the book of life or not, man. You know, or whether you're going to, you know, have to go through, you know, based on your decision, you know, your fate lies, or whether you're going to have to endure nuclear missiles, man. You know, by you taking, you know, this grain of rice device to implant yourself under this, you know, under your skin, in order for survival, in order for, you know, fucking pseudo comfort. You know what I'm saying? Never trust your enemy, man. You'll be trodden down, man, and had in derision, like it says in 2 Ezra chapter 16, man. You'll be had in derision, man. You know, you feed you your dumbass fucking, fucking pork and beans. You know, you think you're gonna have like, some crazy deal? Nah, man. You just sold your life for nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? And now you gotta endure missiles, man. Because I'm saying you're weak, man. The Lord is building us up now, man. And the Lord called brothers when they was young. You know, still here being built up, man. You know, their brothers in high school, you know, hearing this truth. You know, the apostles when they was young, man. You know, the apostle Gabar when he was, the apostle Rakah, he said, when he was like 17, 16, he heard this truth. You know, his brothers heard this truth when they was 16. Young men, you know, being built up through the spirit, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi outside. Being built up, man. That's the Lord, man. Which is greater times are coming, man. All this time, Jacob's been bullshit. All this stuff, like, bro, I can't imagine, man. Just being a base nigga in the world, man. No knowledge, no understanding in you know what I'm saying, in so-called 2024. About to be 2025. Like, can you imagine you still being a nigga, man? Still being a nigga right now? Like, no idea what's going on. And we was like that in the world, man. You know? Like, no idea what an Israelite is. You know? No idea who your enemy is. You know, that's Jake in the world, man. You know? Your influences are rappers and entertainment, television. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that, man. Like, that's insane, man. You know what I'm saying? The elect, you know, are well fed and you know, and groomed up correctly, man. You know what I'm saying? Spiritually, man. You know, guided towards, you know, upright truth, man. Towards correction. You know what I'm saying? The elders and the apostles, you know, teaching 100% truth. And, you know, and never had to switch it up. Unlike, you know, certain groups out here, you know, they ain't never switched it up not one time, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas like IUIC and, you know, they always switching it up. Because the prophecies are manifesting right now, man. So now you gotta double back on the lies, you know, on the lies that you're spewing, man. You know? You fucking keep on lying. You know, you gotta keep changing the lie. You know, you gotta go back and keep changing the lie, and, you know, keep tweaking the narrative. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's what these guys are doing, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what these guys are doing, man. Come on, slow. I'm gonna get this quick piece of. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. Remember now that created in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the year draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, or the sun, or the light, or the moon, or the stars be not darkened, or the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those who look out of the windows be darkened. You know, times like these are damn near already here. Inflation, you know, you know what I'm saying? You know, you got people losing their jobs are being cut off, you got people losing their houses, you know, evictions, you know, more and more of these stores are going bankrupt, like Sears and shit. You know, they're being shut down. Macy's about to get shut down. You know, the grinding is about to be ceased, man. You're gonna wake up one day, you know, your alarm gonna wake you up or whatever. You know, you're gonna wake up one day thinking that you gotta go to work. You know, and then, you know, you're gonna remember, like, oh shit. I'm saying, I don't need to go to work right now. You know, the company's finished. I'm saying, like, shit like that, man. The grinding is gonna be ceasing. You know, the grinding gonna be ceasing, man. But remember now, thy creator in the days of thy youth, man. You know, like we was just talking about. I'm saying, you know, the many apostles, you know, which came into this thing, you know, since you know, a young one, man. They're elders, and they was young men. You know, High Priest Ariel, when he was a young boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm saying, like, you know, remember now that created in the days of our youth, man. While the evil days come not, man. See, the evil days are fastly approaching, man. You know, that's why, you know, it's good to, you know, to get this thing, you know, for a young man, you know, it's good, you know. It's even better. I'm saying, because, you know, you grow up in this truth, man. The brothers grew up in this knowledge, man. I'm saying, grew up in this knowledge, man. You know? All through the spirit and power of God by sending outside, man. Through grace and mercy, man. You know? The dark times are approaching ahead. That's why now, you know, now is high time, I'm saying, to get it, man. You know? Being prepped up, you know, you're being prepared, you know, you're being prepared for what's coming, man. When Jacob trouble come, man, you know, it's gonna be a tough time, man. You know? It's not gonna be good, man. I'm saying?